We just got batteries. We went for a walk. We had to get batteries. What do we have to get batteries for, Jeremy? Tell everyone.
For your fart machine.
I bought a fart machine. I want to bring that thing out to dinner, I think.
I bought a fart machine too, but mine doesn't need batteries.
Ew. Sick. God, where do I even go from there?
I've got to tell you something. Take me off speaker.
Welcome back to another episode of Take Me Off Speaker. I'm slightly whispering today because I have two little nieces sleeping in other rooms. There's like one on the left and one on the right, and we're trying our best to not wake them. So that's going to be our goal for this entire episode, is to not wake the nieces. This is our second family trip around this time of year. Where did we go last year? I don't even remember.
South Carolina. Right?
We went to Hilton Head.
That was fun.
We do a lot of these southern trips. I'm trying to get my parents to go on I want them to go on like a western trip one year. I don't think they'll do that though.
I don't think with toddlers and babies that's as easy.
There's no time like the present to teach them how to ski.
I do not want to do a ski trip.
Why? That would be so fun with them. Are you kidding me?
No, it's much easier being in bathing suits and just like hanging out outside.
Oh my God, but can you imagine
Your
those?
dad's not going to ski.
No, he won't. But couldn't you imagine those two little muskrats just like rolling down the hill?
Yeah, but I think that requires a lot more stuff, and I think kids already travel with a lot of stuff.
Oh my God.
So I think
that's the craziest part about traveling with my family. I never, like every time I kind of like black out, there is stuff everywhere and it's colorful. There are colors. I mean, this house to begin with is colorful. Like you can tell.
Colorful.
No, you're colorful. You're very much clashing with the couch. There's so much color going on. It's insane.
Did you see this? You don't have your Take Me Off Speaker pod pillow
Sandy
with this.
toes and salty. Okay, there's like sayings all over this
There's
house
a lot
too.
of like eat, laugh,
It's like
love
eat,
things.
laugh, love, beach time. So yeah, but we are currently in Naples.
My favorite one. Did you see the one by the bar?
No.
It says something like, "What do I do with the time between coffee time and wine time?"
See, this is what scares me about Jeremy is
I love
I'm
that.
nervous that one
Something
day
like that.
when we have like our real adult house, he's going to hang one of these things and I'm going to have to divorce him and it's going to be really expensive. That's going to be the most expensive piece of art you've ever bought because I will walk out that day. That'll be the day I leave you.
Pretty sure the most expensive piece of art I've ever bought is our ketubah.
Yeah, that was expensive.
We have to explain to people who might not know what ketubah is.
Oh, it's like a Jewish marriage license.
Yeah.
That was pretty pricey for
That
you,
was
wasn't it?
pretty pricey, yeah. And not just the framing.
We didn't even frame it. It's like rolled in
Oh,
a
yeah,
ball
you're right, it's
somewhere.
rolled in
Where is it?
Not a ball, it's in a
A little. We haven't hung it up.
Not yet.
Yeah, that'll be pricey. So if you ever come home with a live, laugh, love sign, just know you'll be live, laugh, loving alone.
Some of the quotes are really good. Like I butchered it, but the one over there's something like, "What do I do with my time between coffee time and wine time?"
You already said that.
I know. I think it's so funny.
That is awful. That belongs on a cocktail napkin. That doesn't belong on your wall.
Yeah. Cocktail napkins. would be
I
fun.
hope you guys can hear us because we really are whispering today.
I can speak up a little bit.
Don't. She's literally asleep like one room over. Okay, the other thing is they love waking us up in the morning, but they weren't. I don't know what happened today. They didn't wake us up.
They got in the pool at 7 a.m. and we were very much still sleeping at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. That's the middle of the night for both of us.
So we're in Marco Island, which is like south of Naples.
Yeah, and we've never been to the west coast of Florida. We've only been to the east coast of Florida. The beach here is insane. Like, I'm lazy. I don't even know that I want to walk from like the part of the beach where you get onto
It's
the
very
actual
wide.
beach.
It's
It's
very
so
wide.
long.
And
I mean, they're beautiful beaches.
Yeah, and the sand is very white. But it was actually very easy. We drove right over from Palm Beach. It was actually very easy. Once you drive south from Palm Beach to like the Fort Lauderdale, and then you just go across the state. It's
2 hour
actually
drive. And I always
2.5.
forget 2.5 hours. I always forget how much of there is nothing in Florida. Like there's like the coasts and then there's the middle of Florida, which is basically alligators. Like
Yeah.
there is nothing in the middle of Florida.
It's pretty cool though. Just a straight shot.
Yeah, you drive like right through the Everglades.
Yeah.
I had my eyes closed for most of that drive though. Jeremy did the driving, which I don't think would surprise
No.
anybody. I don't know. All right, let's get to some of our topics that we want to talk about. We hit the first one, the family vacation.
Oh.
So I already talked about that. We're here with the nieces.
And your sister and Jake and
Oh,
your
yeah.
parents. Oh, it's not just us and the nieces.
But they're the two
There are other
most
people here.
They're the two most important. Honestly, though, the older one, Ellie, her and I, we're in cahoots all day long. Like, that girl and I are best friends. Best friends.
But you want to tell everyone what you brought? Like you've been buying on Amazon
Oh
all
my
week?
God. So I bought all of these. So the one thing I remember from my family trips growing up, I have very young aunts and uncles, and my aunts and uncles will always bring like prank things, like little dumb pranks, like a whoopee cushion, or like, remember this one? I don't know why this sticks out in my head. There was like this Q-tip with fake earwax on it. My uncle brought it once and was pretending to clean his ear out and took it out, and it was literally the most giant ball.
That's pretty good.
It is so gross. And like funny fake teeth, and like, so I brought all of these pranks for my niece, the older one. The younger one still doesn't obviously get it. She's only about 2.
She was scared of your prank last night at dinner.
Terrified. I hit them hard with the first one. It was the good old reliable, the Pringle thing. Like
Why
the
is it
Pringle.
go reliable? I've never seen that before.
That's because you didn't have a fun childhood. I had a fun childhood.
I'd never seen that. That was new to me. I thought it was funny.
Jeremy's childhood was filled with like tax returns and briefcases. Mine was filled with earwax pranks.
No, it's more like Wall Street Journal in the cartoon section.
Yeah, I liked the cartoons. You know what I really liked? I liked the section. Okay, they don't do it anymore, but there was this part of the newspaper where it would be this like weird design, and you would pull your eyes like really close to it, and then when you pulled back, there would be like an image on it.
I think that's the classifieds.
No.
Oh. I think it is.
Classifieds?
Yeah.
It's not the classifieds. So that was basically our 2 childhoods. But I hit him hard with the, as I said,
Yeah.
good old reliable, the Pringle can, but it doesn't have Pringles. It has that thing that like shoots out. It looks like a snake. And so I opened it at dinner. Or I had my dad open it at dinner. Ellie, the older one, freaked out and laughed. Livy, who's almost 2, couldn't figure it out.
She
like,
was
"What?"
scared, and she got scared.
She like shook. So I felt a little bad about that one. We just got batteries. We went for a walk. We had to get batteries. What do we have to get batteries for, Jeremy? Tell everyone.
For your fart machine.
I bought a fart machine. I want to bring that thing out to dinner, I think.
I bought a fart machine too, but mine doesn't need batteries.
Ew. Sick. God. Where do I even go from there? I was going to get fake poop, but I thought that was too gross. Like, you put it on the side of the toilet.
Boring.
That one's boring. I have the fart machine. Oh, I have a fork, and when you pull it, it extends like 4 feet. So I want to bring that out to dinner one night and pull the fork out and reach across the table and get food for across the
For
table.
everyone's plates.
Yeah, I also got these crazy bath bombs because they love bath bombs, but these are insane. They like shoot out like crazy colors. I saw them on the TikTok shop. I've been spending a lot of money on making these girls happy. I just got to say. Actually, like, I think the whole thing was like $40. It's so cheap to keep a kid happy. Except for like the important things like, I guess,
Education, tuition.
Yeah. I know, that's not
Healthcare.
healthcare.
You have to take kids to the doctors, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Do you? How often do you take a kid to the doctor? Once a year?
Probably once a year.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kids get sick. I want to talk about summer travel because we've been in the midst of planning summer travel. We are planning a trip right now to the south of France, which is one of my favorite places in the entire world. You're going to say, you say that about everything we do.
I wasn't going to say it anymore because I don't need to say it.
You say that about everywhere we go.
Else we go.
No, the south of France is my favorite. Actually, Italy. Italy's my favorite.
You say that in the fall, Italy's your favorite. In the summer, you say south of France. So, like, you just change by the season.
Yeah, I can't pick. Between the two, those are my 2 favorite places to spend the summer.
You
Basically,
and probably
anywhere,
80% of the
anywhere that
population.
is not the United States, I like to be in the summer. Like, I mean, I do like the Hamptons for, like, weekends here and there. But, like, even that, I'm just like, get me to Europe. Like, get me to Europe. And I don't even care if that sounds snobby. I don't.
It sounds snobby.
Don't care. I love it there so much. It is the most unbelievable place to spend the summer, and I love it so much. So we are planning a trip to the south of France, and we always go to Nice, and we stay at this hotel called the Negresco. Jeremy, tell everyone about that hotel.
Well, so it's very easy because there's a lot of direct flights from Newark. Not a lot. There's like 2 a day, I think, from Newark to Nice. So
Yeah.
why would you not want to get it someplace direct flight? It's very...
We're not flying direct. We're flying Air France this time.
Okay, but whatever. But a lot
Yeah.
of times we are. Anyway, the Negresco is cool because it has... I think it was originally owned by a woman who just had a crazy art collection. I think she basically wanted someplace to house her art collection, so she has her hotel.
Henrietta Negresco.
That is not her name. Anyway, all the different rooms, obviously the lobby, the common spaces are all filled with like crazy cool art.
Yeah.
Which some people say is too eclectic, but I think it's pretty cool. Except we did have a room there last summer?
Oh my God, it looked like you were
And
going to shoot a porno.
You walk in, everything seemed just about normal. And
It
then
seemed more than normal. It seemed great. We're
great.
like, this is one of the
Big
best
windows,
rooms we've had.
overlooking the ocean, like cool views. And then you turn to the left, and you're like, what is that in the corner?
The bathroom.
And there was like a stage. So you like walk up 2 steps.
Oh, I forgot there were steps to get in.
A stage, and then there was just a big
Tub.
that
It was a tub that was like bigger than this like banquette. It was
like
huge.
metallic with like
It
looked
was
like silver glitter.
and glittery and no glass on it. And the weird thing about, I think it's Europe in general, maybe they don't think it's weird, I think it's annoying. no matter what hotel you're staying at, it could be a 5-star beautiful hotel. They never have regular showers. They always have that weird
Ducop
handheld.
had regular showers.
I don't remember.
Oh.
But they always have that weird handheld thing. And so I tried showering in that bathroom one night,
Oh,
and
God.
the entire room
You
was
got
soaked.
water every place.
Everywhere, because there's no glass. So I soaked it, and we called down. We're like, we have to change rooms. So like, I can't shower like this for the next 5 days. But so this time we're going a long time. We're going early July, but we're going for longer than we've ever gone. So I said to Jeremy, like, do we really want to stay in Nice the entire time? Like, we should bop around a little bit. Like, we're going to be there for a little while. So this time, I think we're going to go further than we've ever been in the south. Well, not me. You've been there before further, but we have never ventured further than like where Hotel de Cap is. So like, what is that?
You're
Cap
going
de Antibes.
Antibes, yeah.
Antibes. We've never gone further than Antibes, but if you keep going further, you get to Saint Tropez. We've never been to Saint Tropez, so I think we're gonna
But
do.
you've never been.
You've been to Saint Tropez?
Yes.
Why have you lived a whole? It's because you're older.
Right.
It's because
I had
you're
more
old.
time to experience.
You had
things.
more years on me.
Well, when you were bopping around SpongeBob stuff, I was in south
Yeah.
of France.
I was going to summer camp in West Virginia.
Right.
Did you know that I went to summer camp in West Virginia?
That explains a lot.
What does that explain?
Why everyone always thinks, are we brothers?
Yeah, that would explain a lot, actually.
Remember in the parking lot the other day at Publix?
Hey, y'all look like the Menendez brothers.
It was really weird.
Jeremy actually warned me. He was like, if people ever say that, don't say we're husbands, because those are people who would
You
like,
just never know.
you know.
No, it's just somebody said, you guys look like the Menendez brothers in the parking lot. I'm like, oh, funny, haha. And
You actually, that day, you did kind of look like one
it
of
was
the
my hair
Menendez.
was like all weird from the gym.
Yeah.
And then they
And
said,
were we wearing matching Sue Bell sweatshirts?
oh, maybe.
We got,
But then they said, but you're brothers, right? And I said, haha, and just kept walking.
yeah. No.
Like, they weren't being in a weird way. They actually literally thought we were brothers.
Next time we do that, we should say yes and just start kissing.
Yeah, that's probably not the best idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing about being gay that people don't tell you. Your husband will become your brother to some people.
Back to south of France.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to the south of France. And we are trying to figure out, do we want to get, there's this one hotel, it looks gorgeous, called Lily of the Valley. And actually, not 1, 2, or 3 people have recommended it. Like 10 people have been like, it's incredible. And I think there's like a whole wellness element to it, which to me in my head just sounds like I'm going to go to the spa.
Yeah, but it's not on the beach, right?
It's not on the, well, no, I think it is close to the water. Like there is a beach area, but it's not really in Saint Tropez.
Not
Like,
in town, yeah.
and the problem in the summer, it doesn't look that far. Like right now I'm looking up, oh, how long does it take to get to like the town of Saint Tropez?
You're like half an inch.
Well, it's like a half an inch distance. That's how I measure distance on a map.
I
But-
know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
But the problem also is I'm looking right now, which is not the season. If you go in the summer, I think like that distance is like an hour.
oh, sure.
So it's going to take an hour to get to Saint Tropez.
No, no one does.
The other place that I'm looking at is like right in town. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks beautiful. So if anyone has ever been to Saint Tropez, leave in the comments where you stayed, what you recommend, all the things to do.
And do it soon, please, because stuff's already, I mean, we're late to the game. It's April.
Oh my God, everything is
It's
booked.
booking up, so we
We
need to do it now.
really wanted to stay at the hotel. I don't know how to pronounce it. The one that they're shooting the new White Lotus at. Totally booked. Completely booked.
I wanted to try Cap Ferrat this year because we did Hotel du Cap last year, but Cap Ferrat's also booked. Everything's booked.
No, there is a room there.
There is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I looked, but
It's $20,000 a night.
oh, so it's booked.
Not by us. Definitely not by us. So that's the situation now. And then we're going to go from Saint Tropez to Nice. And then ironically, my parents are going to be there. So we're going to meet them in Nice. And I've actually never been, I think, anywhere over there with my family. My family always goes on like Bahamas or Mexico or like one of those types of trips.
Or South Africa.
Or South Africa. We've never been to Europe together. So that'll
No,
be
it'll
fun. I'm excited to show my parents Nice because that's one of my favorite towns is Nice. Mainly because of the shopping.
I know.
I know,
And then
I
we'll be
know.
back in September. We can talk about that later. That's another trip.
Yeah, and then September is Jeremy's big 4-0.
Well, no, we also
What?
have the wedding in Paris. We have other trips.
That's all part of the same trip.
Oh, yeah.
September, we're going to be in Europe for 3 weeks. We're basically going to be European residents.
Basically.
We normally go for Jeremy's birthday every September. We've been going for the last 4 years. This will be our 4th year. We started going for our friend Savannah and Alex's wedding. They got married in Italy. And then every year since then, we've done the same trip for your
My birthday.
birthday. And we go to La Serenus, which is one of my now favorite hotels in the world. God, I really do say that about everything.
Everything, every hotel, every city.
I've never said
every
once about anything in the U.S. that it's my favorite. Ever. Not once. Name one hotel that I've walked out
I
of in the
will
U.S. I'm
tell
like,
you,
that's my favorite.
When
Nothing.
we first started dating and I brought you to Palm Beach for the first time, like 13 years ago, you used to tell me this is my favorite place, Palm Beach.
Palm Beach is one of my favorite places.
Okay, I'm just saying that like
In the
lots
U.S.
of favorite places.
In the U.S., but like give me Palm Beach versus south of France.
Obviously.
I would never step foot in that town again. Well, I mean, I would because like you don't want to be in the south of France in the winter.
No, definitely not.
I want to talk about questions from followers. I didn't expect to get so many questions because I literally just posted it like 20 minutes ago, but we already have a ton. The first one, what do you love the most about Jeremy and what does Jeremy love the most about you?
Oh, that's sweet.
I think I love the most about Jeremy is that we're complete opposites in the best way. Like Jeremy is a practical planner, thinker, all of the above. Like we are working on, you know, making wise financial decisions with like real estate and all of that stuff. And I'm like, let's plan a trip to the south of France. There couldn't be two of me in that relationship.
No, that would be a problem.
And there also couldn't be two of him in the relationship because that would be boring. I mean, they would have great investments. They would have so much money saved.
Do you know how many places I would travel to before I met you? It has nothing to do with you.
I know, but you were so much more boring. There was just like not much there.
What? I went every place. What are you talking about?
What's your favorite thing about me?
Your imagination.
Okay. Moving on. Next question. Are you going to have children? We've got little suckers on ice right now. They're in Texas.
They're in the freezer. Should have been.
No, they're not in the freezer.
No.
We have embryos. We might have to do one more round of IVF if these don't take. It's really hard to get pregnant. We are not trying, by the way, to like have a kid right now.
By the way, gay, straight, whatever, it's very hard for a lot of people these days to get pregnant, and not, I mean, through IVF, through the regular way. Like it's
Right.
a lot of people, and who knows if it's stuff in the food or whatever, but
Yeah.
a lot of people I know have had a hard time.
Well, I think it's because a lot of people are having kids later in life. They're
True.
not having them when they're 20 years old anymore. When you're like as fertile as you can be. Now they're having them when they're 30 something, and that's technically like a geriatric pregnancy if a woman's trying to get pregnant.
It's just so funny to me how growing up, people are always so afraid, like, oh, don't let these teenagers get pregnant. Don't get people
Yeah,
in college to get pregnant. And then all of a sudden people are trying so hard not to get pregnant, and then they're trying so hard to get pregnant later and they can't
What
get pregnant.
don't you understand about fertility?
No, I get it.
You're the
just
most
saying.
fertile when you're a teen and like 18 to 25.
So I wonder if that's why, like, back in like caveman times, people literally got married at like 17.
Back in caveman times, they weren't having weddings. What do you think? They were like writing up weddings in
yeah,
town and
true.
country when the cavemen were around?
Yeah, but I mean, like, back in the day, people were like grandparents when they were 45.
Yeah, exactly. Because people are having kids younger. Now people are having kids later. Point being, we have embryos and they're on ice in Texas. I want to figure out our life before I bring a child into it. And like we just have a lot to figure out. So like the embryo conversation is also on ice because I'm like, I don't want to hatch those things. Do you?
Not yet.
I want to figure out our life before we bring a kid in to disrupt it. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Right? Like we don't even have our own lives figured out. We have our lives figured out, but we have a lot more to figure out.
To be fair, I do think probably most people with kids would say that there's never the quote perfect time to have kids. There's never like life's not figured out by anyone before they have kids. Sometimes you just have to just do it.
Yeah, but I'm still fine admitting I am way too selfish right now to have children.
No, that's
Because like
fine.
I am fine to admit it. I put myself and Jeremy first. Like I don't know how to put I wouldn't like right now know how to put a kid first.
I think it's kind of like chicken or the egg, what comes first. I think you do that because you don't have to. And I think if there is a kid in the picture and you have to put someone else first, you will.
I know, and that's the other thing that scares me. Everyone's like, oh, your whole life is going to change, but you're going to want it to change. I don't want it to change yet. Like maybe one day I'll wake up and be like, I'm bored. Like, let's do the kid thing. But like, I don't want my life to change. I love my life right now. Like I really like my life. And I don't.
Tell me more.
Not all because of you.
Oh.
Mostly. But I don't want it to change. And like I think people are thinking they're helping by saying like, oh, but when you see that kid, everything's gonna change. What? I don't want it to change. I don't want my life to change.
I don't think that's what they're saying.
But they are.
Well, no, I think that they feel like there's something in your life you don't even realize is missing. There's a piece of the puzzle you don't even realize is not there because
Yes.
you don't know that
I
yet.
get that. A bigger house in Palm Beach. That's missing.
What?
See? Not
How
ready
about
for
the next
kids.
question?
Okay. How did you and Carol meet? So I met Carol like 14 or 15 years ago. I was interning in New York. This is before I knew Jeremy, way before I knew Jeremy. And one of my friends that I was with, we were walking into a nightclub called One Oak, and Carol and her then boyfriend, this guy Russ, was walking out, and
I wasn't there. But
my friend was like, and this is like years ago, and I was like a closeted kid, like living in Ohio, I was still in college. My friend was like, "That's a housewife," and I was like, "I don't, what? Like, I don't think you're supposed to call women housewives. Like, is it what?" I had no. Housewives was not what it was today. Like, it wasn't like a regular thing that people were talking about. There was no like TikTok or social media really even to like be sharing memes of housewives. Like, it was a very sort of like niche thing. So I didn't know what housewives was. My friend was like, "We have to get a picture with her. She's a brand new housewife." She'd been on like one episode, I think. So like no one really knew her yet. So we took a photo. I posted it on like Twitter because I don't even think there wasn't even Instagram. Like I don't even know if
14 years ago there wasn't Instagram.
I don't even know if Instagram existed. Maybe it like just started. So I posted on Twitter. I tagged Carol. I was like, "Nice to meet you." Not thinking anything of it. Carol was trying to figure out because back then they would like live tweet the Real Housewives because again there was no Instagram. They also had to like blog, and I get a tweet back from Carol saying, "So nice to meet you. I need someone to help me with my social media. Can you help me?" And I responded and I said, "Yeah, sure. DM me your phone number." And she tweeted her phone number. And so I immediately texted her. I was like, "Delete that tweet. You just like tweeted out your phone number." And like back then, like tweets were, that was like the only thing people were looking at was Twitter. And I'm like, "You just tweeted out your phone number during the Housewives season, probably like during an episode or something." So I went over to her house the next day, her apartment the next day. We met. We had a great conversation. We hung out for like 3 hours. We had all these like weird connections. Like we have the same birthday. Like just weird.
Wasn't like your college roommate's mom her friend growing
yeah,
up or something?
my college roommate, one of my really good friends in college, for all 4 years we were like very close. His mom was best friends with Carol growing up, so there were like these weird sort of like connections. I don't know.
Now we live in the same building.
We
We
live
have
in
for years now, but
Yeah, we've lived in the same building for like 7 years now, but
she married us.
she married us. She's really like family. I don't know what you call her. She's not like an aunt. She's not a mom. She's not like, it started out she would like call me her foster child, but
No, she would say that you were the child she never wanted.
yeah, but with no context. So people would be like, like, "Is this actually your kid?" But yeah, so she's like family to us. She's filming now for The Real Housewives of New York City. They brought her back as a friend, which I think is great for her. I think she's enjoying it. I don't want to speak too much for her. Maybe I'll get her back on the podcast to talk about
Yeah,
it.
you definitely should.
We should do like a mid-season. Well, she can't talk about the show.
Oh, right.
But I think she has a lot going on right now, so there's like a lot to talk about, which is great. Okay, more questions. Taking a very dark turn here. How do we split finances? Not well.
Not well.
We do have separate finances, and I think that's something that, okay, and I admittedly lean into it because I think a lot of the stuff on social media leans into the, like me being the one that like doesn't know anything about finances, doesn't pay for anything. Jeremy pays for the whole thing. Like we do have completely separate finances and things get divided. I don't want to like say that social media is fake, but I think that any intelligent person watching social media realizes that it's like a more exaggerated version of
It's in jest.
your life. Yeah. And I pay for things.
Although when we got married, I did say to you, I said, "Why do you have so much cash like sitting in a savings account and do something with it?" And you
Jeremy
went out-
is very good with
and-
managing my finances
right.
for me.
And so no, it was a joint effort. But when we got married, I said, like, "Why do you have so much cash like sitting in a savings account doing nothing?"
So I bought real estate.
And so I said, "Buy this, buy that." And so Eric started buying some investment properties.
Right. So I bought investment properties. Like real estate is like pretty divided. Like we equally contribute towards, each of our properties, except for like Baltimore, but that was like Jeremy's before I was even in the picture. So that's not really like my home. Real estate is kind of like divide. I don't even know how we split things, but
What was the question again?
how do you guys divide finances or something?
Oh.
But I think that separate finances is one of the best things for relationships. I never, ever, ever would ask, like, can I buy something? He would never
Yeah,
do
no.
that. And I think people also forget, like, I'm fine to say this on here, content creators make a lot of money. And I think people who are commenting on my social media that are like, he just pays for everything. I'm like, are you that dumb? Like,
Well, I think a lot of people just don't realize the back end of social media.
they don't. So there are a lot of ways, and like I'll give you a little bit
It's like
insider
OnlyFans.
information. It's not like OnlyFans. There are a lot of ways that content creators can make money. So there are obviously the paid partnerships, which I usually do like 4 or 5 paid partnerships a month. I would say maybe more because I spread them out across like TikTok and Instagram. I try to be really careful about the brands that I work with now because number one, I'm fortunate enough that I can be careful with it. I don't have to say yes to everything.
The brands you really feel strongly about.
They're brands I love. Like I'm shooting 2 brand campaigns right now that I like on this trip that I am so fucking excited for. Like I cannot wait to shoot them because I am a huge fan of the brand. And so the way that my manager works now, I have like a wish list that I put together every month. And then she reaches out to all of the brands. There are usually like between 10 and 15 brands. And I would say I've been pretty lucky. Like out of the 10 or 15, she'll snag me like 2 of those brand deals every month.
I'm really the lucky one because I get the fringe benefits. Like for instance,
Skincare.
my Omnilux mask.
Omnilux. Yeah, he gets like all
I
of
get
it.
all the good stuff.
Right. So that's like one way is like the traditional brand campaigns that you guys see like on social media. And then the other way is like the ways that brands monetize on the back end of your page where they basically pay you like royalties to use your likeness. So I will sign an agreement and then they will on the back end pay me per month that they can use an ad pushing my content out. And it's not like a little bit of money. Like they're paying for your likeness per month. And when the content performs well on the back end, they'll pay you for additional months. So even if I'm not posting an ad like for weeks, you're still bringing in.
It's royalties. It's basically.
It's
royalties.
basically you're getting paid royalties. I don't think people talk enough about that end of social media. They only talk about like the ads because I think it's the part that people see.
Well, there's also a third part. You're like you go to like pay like appearance. Or
Yeah, and I get
like
paid to go to events. So like a brand will say like we'll pay you X amount to show up, and like don't get me wrong, like the numbers are crazy to me. Like I am the first one when my manager presents me with something, I'm like, they want to pay that? Like that is crazy to me that they want to pay that much. But like these brands have huge marketing budgets sometimes.
And it makes sense because if you think about back in the day when these brands would, hire a model, hire a photography,
right.
group,
I'm a
hire-
one-stop shop.
Right.
You come to me, I am in the content, I'm shooting the content, I'm editing the content,
Right.
I'm posting the content, I have the audience, I'm the billboard, I'm all of it. And you pay the one person to do literally all of it and use their likeness. So the next time, I don't think anyone who's watching this is the type of person that's leaving these
No,
weird
they're like-
comments.
They're trolls.
They're weirdos.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Like, the content creators are not all. Some of them are stupid, but not all stupid. Like, there is a business side to it. So, I think when people are like, "He just pays for everything," I'm like, okay. Like, if that's what you have to tell yourself, go for it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're paying my bills just by leaving that comment. Yeah, but I think separate finances are smart.
I do. No, I do. I think I like your point where like no one's ever like, oh, can I buy this? Can I buy that?
Ever.
But at the same time, we are getting each other's advice, opinion. Obviously, I'm not going to go buy something crazy, not tell you first.
You were looking at watches yesterday. I leaned over and I was like, what is that? And he's like looking up like not only watches, he was looking up like the search was like rare.
It was not rare.
Like what the fuck?
Okay, wait a second. Compare that to how many times I look over and you're like on BottegaVeneta.com or whatever you're on buying jackets that in 10 years will be worth zero, and I'm buying a watch that in 10 years will be worth probably double the amount.
Those are collector's items, and I will have those in 20 years, and those will be things that I give down to our children one day.
Okay, and a watch, which I, by the way, did not buy. I was just
I know.
looking at.
Thank God, because that was pricey. That was like 10 Bottega Veneta jackets.
Yeah, and that one day it'd be worth 12 Bottega Veneta jackets.
By the way, though, for that Bottega Veneta jacket, if
get
it's
a lot of
over,
use out of it.
okay, if it's over a certain price, we will talk about it. Like I'm not dropping
You're not like going out
$7,000 on a
I'm
jacket.
not like going out and buying a car and not telling you.
You literally did that. He did that, and
Oh,
I
that's
hate the
true.
car. I hate
Yeah.
the car. You literally bought the car without telling
So
me.
that was a very smart financial decision.
Why?
Okay, here's why.
Tell my viewers.
Our viewers, I'm part of this. Okay, so we come down to Palm Beach pretty much every year for years, but more so the past couple of years, every year from Christmas time through like early April. And we were renting a car pretty much every season for the past couple of seasons. And I started doing the math and I realized, wait a second, what we're spending on renting this car and at the end of the season just giving it back versus just having a second car that we leave in Palm Beach for the winter.
And it wasn't like a brand new car. It was
No.
It was a really cool actually.
Yeah,
What year is it from?
It's a Mercedes SL 550 hardtop convertible, which is really great for Palm Beach, really great for the nice weather.
Really impractical if you have any friends besides your
Yeah,
husband because
so
it's a two-seater.
we
You can't
have-
even
we
fit.
have
You
had-
can't even fit shopping bags in it. Like
Well,
we literally went to the outlets a
that's
few
on
weeks ago,
purpose.
and I can't. Here, coming to on this trip, we were driving from Palm Beach. I'm like screaming at a friend right now on the camera. Like I'm acting like I'm yelling at a friend. So I wanted to pack in a suitcase, and he's like, "We don't have room for the suitcase."
You packed. You wanted to pack in a huge.
No shit,
check
we're
bag.
here for, because we're here for a week.
Okay, we can't fit two. Each of us have a big check bag. So you brought.
Do not
everything
make me
you
wake
wanted.
the kids, because I will. I'll wake them. I'll scream.
Everything you wanted for this week here fit in the car. Every
I
single
had to
thing.
pack in shopping bags because we couldn't fit a suitcase in the car. It is the and
No.
if you would have asked me, I would have been like, I don't know, maybe get a 4-seater.
Says someone who doesn't want kids yet who are going to mess up their lives.
No. I don't want the kids in the car. Gross. I want our friends in the car. I want my shopping bags in the car. I want my suitcase in the trunk.
We still fit plenty of shopping bags when you went to the outlet mall the other week.
I had to ride with them on my lap.
That's because you bought too much.
That says more about the car than it does about me. Next question. This is an easy one. We'll do a 1, 2, 3. Go to dinner to make it home. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We don't cook.
I can't believe we actually
Yeah.
said that at the same time.
No, I mean, we don't cook.
We renovated that apartment in New York, and I put more thought and effort into that kitchen. I don't think I've turned on that oven once. It is beautiful
I
to
turned it
look
on.
at.
Remember the time I made pasta or something?
Oh, yeah, he did
I
make
did.
pasta once.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the answer to the question, go to dinner, pasta.
Pasta.
But my problem is I could burn water. Like, I
Wait,
could burn water.
Do you remember 2 years ago in Palm Beach
No.
for Valentine's
Yes.
Day?
Oh, my God, that was awful.
I made dinner instead of going out. I thought it was so special.
No, it was horrible. And then we go out for Valentine's Day this year, and he like complains the entire time because he's like, they just jack up the
Well,
prices. I'm
no,
like,
because
yeah, because who the fuck wants to cook?
No, because the problem with Valentine's Day, you go to a restaurant, we order the same things we would the 2 nights before, and it's 3 times the price. And so why? Like, why did the food get more expensive 3 days later?
Because
I don't
it's
understand.
Valentine's Day.
Right.
You have
'Cause
to
they-
pay
because
for
they
that.
sprinkled a couple of little hearts on the table
Yes.
and gave you a rose.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, you pay for romance. You do. In this economy, you have to pay for romance.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like a hooker.
I'll be whatever you want me to be. All right, next question. What was dating like before we met? I like dated-ish. Jeremy, you want to go on this one?
I'm going to hold off on this one.
You sure?
I was in a weird relationship before Eric.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
How weird.
Well, I don't need to get into all of it, but basically I was with somebody for several years. We went on vacation. He met someone else on vacation, and they left together.
That's pretty much it.
But
Yeah. So
we're all better off in the end.
thank
so,
God. Thank
yeah.
God that really is like an everything happens for a reason. I'm actually
100%.
I'm gonna get a little sappy. I'm so happy that happened to you.
Well, obviously I'm happy too, but it's not. I mean, it's so cliche saying everything in life happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I say that to my clients as a real estate agent all the time. I've got clients maybe who have lost out on a house. They think it's great, and then all of a sudden, somehow a month, 2 months, 3 months later, we get something. They're like, "Oh my God, I can't remember that other house. Forget that. This one's so much better." Same thing, relationships. I mean,
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason. Well, at the time I was, this is so upset. I'm so upsetting. This happened, but
Yeah.
now I'm like, what was I even doing? Like, why was I even?
Why
with
was
that
I not
person?
with Eric already?
I didn't know you existed.
I know. Must have been so hard for you, right?
No, because it's all kind of like not having kids yet.
No,
You
I
don't-
mean like not knowing that I existed.
it was definitely a cheaper time in my life. He wasn't interested in Bottega Veneta jackets. I don't think he knew what the words Bottega Veneta even meant.
He couldn't even spell Bottega Veneta. I don't even know him. I do want to break down. Okay, have you ever heard of the show Summer House?
No.
Okay.
Yes, we met them some people met at BravoCon, I think.
I don't remember if we met them, but I actually know a girl who, not know her, but we're friends on TikTok, Paige DeSorbo, who is hilarious, and she's like a breakout star from that show, but we're friends on TikTok. She's hilarious and great and just has such good style, but she's not on that show anymore. But apparently there was like a lot of drama that happened recently, and it's all off camera, but like it's breaking the internet right now. They're relating it to like the Vanderpump Rules scandal. Do you remember that with Tom Sandoval and Raquel when they were like having a little secret affair? But Raquel was friends with Ariana, who was Tom's ex. Are you even following this?
Is this a real thing, or like the other day when you pranked me with a show?
No, I swear it's a real thing. It's crazy. So now like a similar thing is happening on Summer House, but they're not filming the show right now. Like the show is not shooting. They shoot it over the summer. It's a bunch of 30-year-olds who live in a share house in the Hamptons.
Why do they live together in a share house if they're 30 years old?
Well, that was my first question, but I don't think that's the point.
Oh, it's for TV. That's why.
Yeah, it's for TV.
Yeah.
But like, also, by the way, you're right. 30 plus, too old to be having that many
Oh,
people living under
Should
one
we see
roof.
if they would rent our house next summer when we're finished?
No. They
Oh.
rent the same house every
Oh.
summer, I think. I've
Is it friends
literally,
of yours?
I don't know any of them.
Oh.
I've never watched the show, but there is drama happening. I have notes because it is very confusing. So there's this girl named Sierra.
Okay.
Sierra was friends with Amanda. They're all on the show.
Okay.
And then there's this guy, West. West and Sierra were dating.
Got it.
West and Sierra broke up.
Happens.
Amanda starts dating West.
Her friend's ex.
Yes.
That
And
happens
Amanda was married to this guy Kyle, who was also on the show. And I'm pretty sure that Kyle and West were friends. So it's a whole
Oh, I thought you were about to say that Kyle and West started hooking up. That'd be even weirder.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Maybe they are. I think that this isn't even a love triangle. This is a love square. It's a love square. I've never even heard of a love square, but it's like breaking the internet. People are losing their minds, and I just have to say, this is so boring. Like, I am so bored by this story because this happens, I feel like all the fucking time.
I figure everyone's in every friend group. Someone has someone who like this happened to. Like, why
Right.
is this like that?
I am so bored by this story, and the fact that it has taken over the internet by storm. Like, people are losing their damn minds over this story. I'm like, if this is all that Bravo can come up with, good luck. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how or why this is interesting to anyone. Like,
Well, look at us sitting here talking about it.
I'm talking about how bored I am
Oh,
by this story.
got it. Yeah.
Like, literally every post I swipe on TikTok now is talking about the story. I'm like, number one, who cares? Like, who cares? It is so boring to me. I guess like people become, it's almost like parasocial relationships on social media. Like, people feel like they are entitled to your entire life because you have a social media presence.
Yeah.
Now people
They
on
feel like they're part of your lives.
people feel like they're a part of these people's lives. It's like, you didn't live in that house. Like, why is that interesting to you? That's my hot take. Would you even care? Would this make you want to watch the show?
No, but I think if someone's truly invested in any show, whether it's that or Housewives or anything, and it's a reality TV show, viewers, and that's the whole point of it, viewers feel invested in the story, invested in their lives.
The Tom and Raquel thing on Vanderpump Rules, I think, was deep because there was so much going on while they were shooting. I think like it was all during shooting. This happened like all off camera, so there's nothing interesting happening on camera. They're just gonna all be like hating each other, living under one roof. It doesn't work.
Yeah, but again, if you sign up to be on reality TV, like it's your whole life. It's not just what's being filmed. It's who they are.
No, I guess, and that's like one of the reasons that the Real Housewives of New York apparently was like sucking because there was so much going on off camera.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it on camera, and the viewers are like, "This isn't interesting. Like, talk about it on camera. We don't want to hear about the text messages. We want to hear in
What's
front of the
actually
camera."
happening.
Yeah. So I don't know. This could not be less interesting. I think reality TV in general needs a reboot. I think we are so bored of the same 25 cast members being on all of these different shows. Like, it is genuinely boring. Like, Bravo needs to pick it up and figure out a new show.
More podcasts.
No, not more podcasts, but they need to figure out a new show. They need to figure out like a new concept. I don't know what it is, but I'm bored by it. Well, I can see my mom coming in very quietly. Oh, she's just came in from the pool. All right, I think the kids are about to wake up, so we're going to end this podcast.
And I'm ready for a nap. The kids can wake up. I'm gonna nap.
Yeah, that sounds like it's not going to happen. They're going to want you to go in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.